Greetings, chess players. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. And tonight I'm going to be live streaming while helping some young people get used to the time control for an upcoming tournament. As a chess coach, one of the most important things you can do for your students before a competition is get them used to playing at the time control that will be used in that competition. These days, there are a lot of different time controls, and the difference in feel between these time controls and the amount of time you can ration for different situations during the different phases of the game, are different if you want to have the best result. So getting them in a rhythm for a particular time control before an event is very important. The event we're talking about is also very important. It is the Eade Foundation's Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. Again, the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. The Eade Foundation does all these incredible things for chess communities around the world. And their Spring Scholastic Chess Classic is an online event geared toward awarding young players for their chess excellence, as well as raising awareness for what the Eade Foundation is doing. It's a very prestigious event, a very important event. You can find out more about this event and the Eade Foundation by going to dailychessmusings.com. dailychessmusings.com. Go ahead and click on the Chess Musings blog, and you'll see a lot of information regarding this particular tournament, which is happening on Sunday, May 8th. So I look forward to watching those games. And I always look forward to anything the Eade Foundation is involved in. It is such a incredible organization. James Eade, the director, the founder of the Eade Foundation, all these communities he helps, whether they're in Africa or South America, all over the world, all these communities that FIDE Master James Eade helps, he does so out of his own pocket. So all the money donated to his foundation goes directly to the cause, and James Eade takes care of any extra costs. So it's absolutely incredible. He is helped out in Zambia and Nicaragua and just all over the place. And he's a regular on the show as well. So nice to have you. Welcome to the broadcast, Uncle Kevdog. I see you in the Twitch. So I'm going to be helping young players prepare for this tournament by helping them get in a rhythm of playing at a 15-minute with a 10-second increment. It's a very wonderful increment for playing serious chess. It moves along quickly, but it still gives enough time to play really good, thoughtful chess. So tonight I'm going to play maybe even several games simultaneously at and about these time controls. So let me go ahead and see what's going on. Let's see. Play a friend. I thought I saw some challenges, and now I'm not seeing them. I was talking. What happened to my challenges? Coach Chris, what did you do? Games? No. Players? No. New game. Bunch of my friends are on, and let me go to play. We got one from Crosser Bishop at a 1 minute. But again, we want to play 15-minute with a 10-second increment. So to do that, you would go into your challenge, click play, and then you'll find it's one of the options, 15 and 10. 15 minutes with a 10-second increment. It is, here we go. I see 2 challenges, and they're close enough for me. Let's get the thing going. I got a 10-minute challenge and a 30-minute challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and try and accept both. Let me see if I can, I'm going to play a couple moves in the one game, and then I'm going to go and let's see, new game, games, nope. I don't want to lose myself. If you send me another challenge, I think I can play 2 games at the same time. I think I can. I will probably lose my play a friend. Yes, let's see. Yeah, I am playing a friend here. We see this. Did I make it so that I can't draw arrows? No, I can still draw arrows. Super. I don't know what happened to the other challenge. If you send me, I believe it was from Hoopcrat. If you send me a challenge for 15 and 10, I'll just go ahead and accept, and I'll have 2 games going. It's fine. I'm glad you're feeling better, Uncle Kevdog. Having a stomach flu is no fun. No fun whatsoever. So we have a 4 Knights game. In fact, I just saw a 4 Knights game played in this. It's this Champion Cup tournament that Magnus runs in Norway. Who was it? I think it might have been Jean-Christophe Duda versus someone else. Who? It was 2 prominent chess players. Just played a nice 4 Knights game. All right, so we've got a Scotch. So white gets 2 pawns in the center. It creates this tension. I'm going to go ahead and take one of those center pawns. Normally the knight takes back, and then I play bishop b4, pinning the other knight, which creates a weakness on e4, right? So this is the Scotch 4 Knights. And I am playing the wonderful and talented Crosser Bishop. Trying to help players get ready for the Eade Foundation Spring Chess Classic. All right. So, and this is a common line. I should not take back with my d pawn, which means I have to take back with my b pawn, creating a pawn weakness here. I still have the pin on c3, and I'm still striking at e4. So if I win e4, then I can play pawn e5, pawn d5, and have control of the center. Bishop d3, okay. So I'm going to be a little cautious now. The reason is, number one, I don't have this opening. I don't have a lot of openings memorized. It actually is a weakness in my game, but it's just something I'm not too interested. I study games, not openings. So what I need to be cautious about is this pawn moving forward, which would release the energy of this bishop. If, for example, I'm castled over there, it could lead to something bad. Because then he's removing the guard while improving the bishop. So I got to be careful about this. Very, very careful. So I think I'm actually just going to castle, is what I'm leaning toward right now. And then if e5's played, I could play rook e8, pinning the e-pawn to the king momentarily until he castles. Alternatively, I'm also looking at pawn d5. So I'm looking, Again, that's encouraging him to do what I don't necessarily want to do, but then my knight ends up out here on g4, supported by the bishop, and that could be fun as well. And now I'm leaning more toward that as I calculating my way through the opening lines. Castling seems to be okay, but it gives my opponent a better attack than I have. So I'm going to go ahead and play d5. You can find out more about the Eade Foundation and their Spring Scholastic Chess Classic by visiting. Hoop Crap sent me a challenge. I'm going to go ahead and accept it right now. Here we go. See, this is what I mean. Now I'm going to be playing two players games simultaneously. How fun. Was it my turn on the other one, though? This could be problematic. So I don't want to, let me try and remember. Oh, here we go. Open games. Yes. All right. So I use the open games, and I'm playing two games simultaneously. And it is Crosser Bishop's turn in that game. So hopefully I even get a couple more games against these young guys to help them get ready. This is an Italian 4 knight setup, but I think I can just do the fork trick here. I'm going to do that very famous fork trick. I also have auto switch set on. So chess.com is pretty neat this way. When my opponent makes a move, that board will pop up. Thanks, Arcane Doctrine. Yeah, you know, if I end up winning some games, that's great. The important thing, though, I'm not out for blood here. I'm out to help my students and my young friends get ready for the Eade Foundation Spring Chess Classic. Yes, these are a lot of my students. They're very good players, as you would expect. I pride myself in making sure my students are very fundamentally strong. Okay, so I have a pawn in the center. This is the idea of the fork trick. Let's go back to Crosser Bishop's game. He's still thinking about this. So this is a fun Scotch 4 knights. I feel like I've gotten the upper hand against Hoop Crap just because I did the fork trick. So again, the fork trick goes like this. It doesn't look like you should be able to play knight takes e4, but when they take back, this pawn can come up and fork the two pieces. And then black is left with a pawn in the center. It's a nifty thing you can use, and it shows up like in the Italian game sometimes and in the 4 knights sometimes. It's a nifty thing black can do to have a little bit more space. Alarisa Feroja is extremely talented. One of my favorite up-and-coming stars in chess. I'm so glad that he now has the capability to play in as many chess tournaments as he wants to. For what he was able to accomplish while having limited travel opportunities, just incredible. Yep, he's a bucket list guy that I will probably arrange to meet in the near future. I've met a lot of famous chess players, have not met Feroja yet. So I could play bishop g4, pinning. Then knight goes back to c3, hitting my queen probably. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Bishop g4, because now I can castle queenside. Look how fast I've gotten these queenside pieces into the game. I mean, just really, really fast. Yeah. Like I said, Ferocia, absolutely. All right, so he's stopping me from castling. But what's stopping me from stopping him? Nothing. Nothing, so I play f6. Strengthening my center pawn, gaining time while gaining time against the bishop. Crosser bishop, you have like been thinking about this for too long, dude. We're working on, if you're watching the broadcast, Crosser, we're working on the rhythm and this type of position. You have a couple different, you have like 2 or 3 very reasonable moves, and you should have chosen one of them a long time ago. See, you don't want to get yourself into time pressure for limited reasons, right? Let's see. I could castle, and I could also play knight d4, adding more pressure to the pin. I think castling just looks best right now. Because now, look, my rook and queen are coordinated in the d file. And if I get my bishop in the game, I've completed all 3 of the opening goals. Pawn in the center, castle, unify rooks. Do I have any students who have a higher rating than I? Not generally so much, because I tend to hand them off to other teachers with higher ratings. However, and that's the goal. However, we remain in contact and stay friends, of course. And there seems to be a technical glitch. Crosser bishop has already made his move, he says. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well, I don't know why it's not registering. There must be some kind of weird technical glitch. If he ends up losing on time, he can send me another challenge, okay, Skating Rooks? And then I'll just start a new game with him. We could even hit the same exact position if he likes. All right? So no worries. I'm here to help. And anybody else, Skating Rooks, who would like to send me a challenge, I can play multiple games simultaneously. So part of me wants to finish my development. The other part of me wants to put more pressure on the pin right away. And putting more pressure on the pin right away looks very, very good. Very good indeed. All right, so here we go. Attacking the pin knight twice. And Crosser bishop lost on time, but is going to send me another challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And when he sends me another challenge, I can go back to games, open games. All right. So he's putting the question to my bishop, but I am threatening f3 twice. So the idea is to take with the knight, because the queen can't take. When the pawn takes, white's king is exposed. Thank you, Arcane Doctrine. You're always so fast. We don't need promotional spam about buying viewers or whatever other nonsense. That's not what this is about. This is about preparing players for a prestigious online Scholastic chess tournament called the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic, which is occurring on May 8th, 2022. That's not very far away, which is why we are preparing players for that event tonight. Also, when you go to dailychessmusings.com, I have added all the Mission 360 events. You know, those I am FIDE Master, GM Norm tournaments. Yeah, I've added all those. So you can see when I'm likely to be on doing a broadcast about those events as well. Just simply by checking out the Daily Chess Musings calendar. Probably tomorrow I'm going to drop the dates, times, and names of the people helping me in this year's free online summer chess camp. That information will probably drop tomorrow. If I get another challenge, I will accept it. As long as it's like a 15-minute with 10-second increment. Because I'm trying to get people used to that timing. Hoop Crap says, this is getting into a deep game. It is. It is. Your one big piece of trouble here is the fact that your king is exposed. So what I would like to do is use the fact that your king is exposed to launch a mating attack, because checkmating is the ultimate goal of chess. And when your opponent's king, when you've broken their castled shield, the shield they get from castling, when you've broken that shield, then it needs to be open season. But I'm taking my time with the thought process on this, because there's some mistakes to be made, like playing pawn g5 and then boom, right? This kind of stuff, right? There's mistakes to be made. Yeah, I was following the American Cup. I was following the action from Norway as well. I spend when you don't see me broadcasting. I'm still following, and I'm also, teaching. These are the things You can go check out what I'm looking at just by following the Daily Chess Musings blog. Like every day, I post something, and that's something I looked at that day. Wesley Sofan. Yeah, he's a likable guy, and he's about in his prime right now. And then we've got this next generation of players. I'm very impressed with the. A couple of years ago, we had a few foreign players join the United States Chess Federation, and everybody said, "Oh, they're going to be taking opportunities from the young grandmasters who are working." No, these young guys are raising their game. Raising their game for sure. A lot of players are raising their game. I'm going to go ahead and play bishop c5, targeting f2. If knight takes, then queen's going to take. Targeting f2, then I can play g5 safely. I can't play g5 as long as this knight's here. And I would like to, my thinking is, if I can play g5 and h5, then this rook gets involved in the attack. I took a little bit of time thinking of the plan. Sometimes in chess, there's more than one, oftentimes there's more than one good plan. And right there, I had several different ways of approaching the next phase of the game. But here, I have a pawn in the center, I've castled, and I've unified my rooks, meaning they see each other. So I've completed all three goals. This was one of the moves that I was thinking might get played. And I was thinking of responding to this move with queen takes d3. However, then knight takes c5, right? I lose my bishop. So there's a little bit of a trap here we have to be mindful of. So queen d4 is much, much better than queen takes d3. So here I go. I got a lot of pressure here, but he's got a lot of things defending it as well. I would have to remove 2 guards to be able to deliver a checkmating kind of move, starting with f2 and then g2. I'd have to remove a lot of guards. I don't see another challenge. Usually they pop up. Let me see if... Nope, I don't see any more challenges. So I'm just playing the one game. And Hoopcrat, you're playing good, but you seem to maybe be playing through some of these technical positions a little too rapidly. Because check out your time, right? That should be somewhat lower after 15 moves in a sharp position. Adding another guard. Well, f2 is super defended. Let's take a moment. I feel like I'm missing something. Let's take a moment. Again, I'm helping students get ready for the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. You can find out more about that at dailychessmusings.com and the Eade Foundation. Go to eadefoundation.org. Jim Eade has a really cool YouTube channel. Really, really cool YouTube channel. I'm trying to find the right way here. I created some early weakness. I'm pointing at the screen instead of pointing. That's funny. I created some early weakness. A lot of weakness as far as king safety for my opponent, but I'm not seeing the exploit. If I take a d3, see, then queen can take, rook can take, and then knight takes my bishop. See, this is a problem. So my bishop being where it is a problem for me. So maybe I move that bishop. In fact, I think I probably do. I'm going to go here where it supports f6 more, so I could play g5, but now I'm really threatening d3. Maybe my bishop should have went to e7 to begin with, because I wasn't able, even close to being able to break through. See, when I played 13 bishop c5, I wasn't ever close to being able to play queen takes f2. So it could be that getting rid of this pin would have been, by placing my bishop in the path of the pin, would have been the better move. All right. So now I can win a pawn. That wasn't what I really wanted to do, but it's a pawn, right? Win a pawn, control the only open file with 2 rooks. My bishop's holding this knight from being trouble. Okay. That seems like a good response. But we get to then trade a lot, and I think I should have a positive endgame result. So, queen takes, knight takes. No, I think you wanted to play rook takes there, because otherwise you're giving me another pin. So now I'm pinning, I've already got pressure. See, I had pressure already on the knight, and then I put the pin. That's even better than the other way, because it really threatens your opponent faster. Okay, good move. The 2 rooks are on light squares, but I can't do anything about that because there's a pawn on f3. Knight's no longer pinned, so I'll go ahead and I'm going to take with the rook first, maximize my trades. I got 4 on 2 and 3 on 3. I should be able to win this. Not in the way that I was really... and then you don't want to just leave your opponent with an open file, right? So you go for one more trade, and then it's a bishop of opposite color endgame. I will want to get my pawns on dark squares, because his bishop's on a dark square, my bishop's on a light square. You want your pawns on the opposite color squares of your own bishop. A lot of young players get that precisely backwards. You do not want your bishop playing the role of a pawn, defending other pawns. You want your bishop to see outside your pawn chain. So again, I have a light bishop. My pawn chain is on dark squares. Soon I'm going to bring... excellent move. Excellent move. So this is a weak pawn for him. It's a double isolated pawn. He wants to trade that. That makes a lot of sense. I'm going to go ahead and scoot my pawn 1 square forward because he can't threaten it there. And what I'm going to try and do is lock his bishop behind his own pawn. I'm going to try and scoot this pawn forward and keep his bishop stuck. That would be a little unpleasant for him. Okay, so he sees that and immediately pins, but I'm going to step out. Step out of that right away. Get my bishop to where it's self-supported. His king does not have access to come down into this endgame. My king does. My king can come up here, right? And that's probably where I'm going to go. Hoopkrat, you've played a really good game against me. Excellent job. I really hope to see you playing in the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic, because you're doing a really good job. Excellent job. All right, so my king's moving forward. Kings want to be active in the endgame. My king wants to get very active right here, threatening a weak pawn. Okay, so here's a point where I need to make a decision, a long-term plan decision. I could scoot a pawn forward. I could do this, and then his bishop's kind of locked in there. But I think I would rather have my king closer. Yep, these young players, they're really good stuff. Hoopkrat may be able to get a draw against me if I don't play precisely. We shall see. I don't think that was so hot, and I'm going to show you why. All right, so now, see, his bishop has no way of coming down here and attacking these pawns. But, see this pawn? It's weak, so watch this. Yep. So I moved this so that he couldn't push forward. See, a moment ago, look. I didn't want to play this right away, because then he could step out of the attack by exchanging. This way. Now he's in some trouble. I've gotten a passed pawn now. So little mistake there. He should not have been playing those pawns on that side of the board. You can really see how my strategy of getting his bishop stuck really helped me. See, he cannot stop this pawn from becoming a queen. So we learned some things about bishop and pawn endgames. Number one, try and get your pawns on the opposite color of your bishop. If you have one bishop and it's a light bishop, you want your pawns primarily on dark squares. Number two, you want to try and make it so your opponent's pawns get in the way of their own bishop. So that was very useful. Anybody else want to play me a game tonight? Let me see. Go ahead and send me a challenge, 15 and 10. I'm helping people get ready for the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. It is going to be a 15-minute with 10-second increment tournament taking place online on May 8th. You can find out more information. I have a little blog post about this exciting opportunity for young chess players. Prestigious chess tournament, so you can find that information on the Daily Chess Musings blog. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for another challenge, I'm going to go refresh my coffee, because check it out, it's empty. So let me run a quick commercial. I won't run all the ads, but you'll see a couple ads while I am refreshing my coffee. See you in just a moment. I will be running a free online chess club for everyone who wants to learn. To further this idea, I published a mission statement for Daily Chess Musings that reads, "All those who want to learn chess are welcome here." Our free weekly chess club begins with a live meeting Wednesday at 3:00 p.m. Pacific Time. Remember, you do not need to attend the weekly meetings when they are live to participate, and all students have an entire week to complete their suggested lessons.
In this way, the Daily Chess Musings free weekly chess club is 100% flexible to your needs and schedule. New instructions and assignments will be given every Wednesday. If you have to miss a week, no worries. I will make all of the videos and assignments freely available on dailychessmusings.com so you can catch up when it's convenient. Special prizes will also be awarded for top performers in different categories. Plus, we will hold regular tournaments on Fridays and Saturdays, along with special events including scheduled matches between groups, simuls.
Just like that, I am back. See, I was fast. Just refilled my coffee. I prefer to drink it with ice. Let us see if anybody else has sent me a challenge. Anybody, especially from Gomes Elementary School in Fremont, who wants to get ready for the upcoming Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic, please go ahead. Send me a challenge. Let's see if I have any. I do not have any more challenges right now. So strange. So bizarre. But that's okay. That's okay. Tonight's broadcast was just a quick reminder about the great things the Eade Foundation is doing and what you can do to support it and help students get ready for that. Help students get ready for the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. As I said, in the next couple of days, in fact, I will be making some big announcements. So make sure you are subscribed to the Daily Chess Musings YouTube channel, because your mind is going to be blown about how awesome our online summer camps are going to be this summer. And I've got like 3 or 4 other big announcements that I'm going to be making within the next 10 days. It's mind-blowing. And I'm going to switch to my browser window. So I'm going to show you, right? It says web browser, but it's not. Interesting. There's also screen share. Nope, that's just me. It might not work. That's all right. For some reason, the web browser is not working. I was going to show you my upcoming calendar. I can in a little window. But I can just tell you the dates real fast. So these are not new announcements, but just a quick reminder. Let's go to my calendar. Here it is, events calendar on dailychessmusings.com. Let's see. I see where we are. And then, okay. So, next Saturday is a Mission 360 event. I will probably be broadcasting that on Saturday, May 7th. Sunday, May 8th is the Eade Foundation tournament that I told you about. Saturday, May 14th and through the 20th is a big Mission 360 chess tournament, another one of these IMGM Norm tournaments. So get ready for daily broadcasts breaking down the strategy of the top players in our region, the top young players playing to earn their norms so they can get their International Master and Grandmaster titles. May 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. By the time we're in the middle of May, I will have made those three big, exciting announcements that some of them I can't even tell you about yet. But I am just so eager to. But I have to make sure everything is done the proper way. You always want to make sure you double check with people before you use their names to promote something, and you always want to make sure that the air traffic is clear before you launch, right? You want to make sure you aren't stepping on other organizers' toes and creating enemies. These are things that I'm always trying to do the best that I can. This way, I avoid a lot of this nonsense chess drama that sometimes is prevalent, unfortunately. Another friend of mine who's very good at avoiding these kinds of drama, at least I think so, is James Eade. FIDE Master James Eade is great at helping chess communities blossom around the world and interconnect together. And so we want to celebrate James Eade and his foundation on May 8th. So if you know a young player who is interested in playing some United States Chess Federation rated games online in a prestigious chess tournament, the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic, tell them to go to dailychessmusings.com. And it appears I'm not going to get another challenge tonight. So I played a couple games and we learned something about bishop endgames. I hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. And as I said, a lot of big excitement on this channel coming shortly. So make sure you're following us on Twitch. You're subscribed to us on YouTube. You're following the dailychessmusings.com webpage, and you're a member of the Daily Chess Musings Club on chess.com. And Uncle Kev Dog, you have a great night as well. Arcane Doctrine, thank you so much once again for taking care of the little details of the broadcast, making sure that the chat stays good and purposeful while I am doing my stuff. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye.